What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome to the season finale in the Tenerife FC 25 career mode. Before we do get into the episode, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit your notification button so you never miss a video. I've been so thankful for your support over this amount of the time in the series, and let's see if we can continue it on. We start off today's episode knowing it's a season finale. We are going to look at the table. Pretty sure we've got 5 games on offer today, and we've played 37 games, won 22, drawn 12 and lost 3. Currently sitting on 78 points in a good position, but that can all change as you know it. We start off today's episode with a game against Real Oviedo, a team that we previously drew 3-3 at the start of the season. Looking forward to the game because I know it's going to be a task to get past this lot. And at the same time, they've had a fairly good season. They're looking on set for the promotions places themselves. And it's a very, very hard place to be able to come and get a result, that is for sure. But we're going to try and do our best, and our best we shall give. In terms of the lineup there, Malagon in goal, Rodriguez, Leon, Vasquez and Melo as your back four, with Cruz, Diarra, Ruiz, Herrera, Pereira and Sen Hadji up top. Obviously that's our new formation that we are currently trying out as of the moment. Things have been looking pretty good for it as of the moment. Let's just hope it continues. Real Oviedo get themselves kicked off there as they look to play a ball down the byline with Lemos at the ball as he goes into the middle of the play, trying to assess out of kind of how things were going on this time. But a really good interception from Herrera as he gets stuck in early on in the tie. Leon puts it to the right hand side of Rodriguez there as he looks to assess his options. He goes into the middle for Ruiz there, just playing it around ourselves, trying to get a feel for the game, trying to see what we can do in this moment. Herrera picks it up, a lovely ball to Sen Hadji. He could be in here as he chests it down. He takes the hit there, and Aaron with a top save, and that will be the end of that attack. Good start nevertheless though. Obviously we've made a good start, and kind of having a chance in the first 10 minutes is always handy. Just trying to see if we can kind of pick it up from here now and get ourselves a goal. But a good interception there from Leon as Rodriguez and Leon battle together there to win the ball. Leon struggling to kind of depossess himself out of the play and kind of make sure that it's safe as he looks to make a ball over to Herrera, but it's not successful in the attempt, unfortunately. And Hassan now picks it up, running and driving towards goal there. He looks to find a teammate. He turns his man. It's a great chance, and it's a goal. It's Real Oviedo 1 and Tenerife 0. This is definitely not in the script, that is for sure. But Real Oviedo are in front in the first 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure that's their first chance of the tie, but unfortunately they've taken it. And it's just one of those, you just have to come to accept it, where it's just kind of against the run of play and there's just nothing that could be done. Could have had a better clearance leading up to that particular initial kind of attack. And just unfortunately there's big mistakes there and just bad choices made. But hopefully we will get back on top against Real Oviedo. Obviously, this definitely wasn't in the script to be able to kind of go behind and have to get ourselves into a position where we need to come back. But we've still got plenty of time to get into the time. We're looking to create something here straight away. Sen Hadji picks up the play. And it's really hard against this defence as they're parking the bus, it seems to be, but we're trying to play around that. Pereira on the right-hand side, trying to see if he can cut in and create an option to be able to get the ball into the area. You find Sen Hadji. It's a great chance for Sen Hadji, and it's the top save from the keeper. Once again, proving very difficult to beat between the sticks here, the Real Oviedo keeper. And unfortunately, it's just really, really hard to break this lot down because they're proving to be a very, very good side to come up against. And that's kind of flashbacks to that 3-3 draw. It was always a kind of back and forth sort of tie, and this is definitely proving to be the case on this particular scenario then, as they've got another chance here. Hassan looking very fast there as he looks to try and see if he can get past the man, and he finds his teammate. He hits the post. Leon can't clear it. It's a bit of a scruffle there. Players go down. No penalty given. It's Cazorla, and it does go out in the end as a half-time whistle has been blown. But that was very, very touch and go in that moment in time. Not so sure of what's going to happen in the second half, but let's see what we can do as we get things kicked off. A ball straight away to Rodriguez as he plays it in the middle to Diarra. A ball down the byline to Pereira then as he looks to see if he can do anything, but it does go out for a throw-in, and he looks to take the throw-in nice and quickly, throwing it off to his teammate Cruz there. Many options on the left-hand side as he puts it to Melo there. Herrera in support as he looks to make a run. Melo finds the gap. It's Cesar Herrera, surely! And that is top defending from the Real Oviedo defender on that moment in time. Really, really good stuff. Really alert at the same time. It goes out for a corner. Nothing can be done from the corner as Santi Cazorla puts it out to and off he goes there. Rodriguez has got his work cut out there as Miano looks to be able to get in front of him. Rodriguez Rodriguez with a solid tackle though, nevertheless. Really, really top stuff there from Rodriguez. How he's got to that one, I am not too sure, as he looks to be able to see if he can find Dylan Pereira. Pereira now to his teammate Senhaji. Senhaji with an opportunity to do something here as he looks to run himself into the gap, but he is depossessed in that moment in time. Substitutions to be made to freshen the side up there as we look to be able to see if we can offer a bit more in terms of the attacking options. Liso onto the pitch for Cruz. Hopefully that will kind of brighten up the side, but it's very hard to say what will happen in this moment in time because nothing is going our way whatsoever. Advantage being played on that moment in time as they look to do something. Santi Cazorla now on the ball. He's such a threat even at his age, and that is a great bit of defending there, and it just goes out for a goal kick. But the full-time whistle has been blown. Unfortunately, we've lost our game 1-0. Not exactly ideal by any stretch, but at the same time, we've still got a few games to be able to rectify that, and luckily we have got some sort of point difference between ourselves and Cadiz, but more is wanted in our next ties, that is for sure, because that was pretty poor. Just before we look at the table and see how things are affected, I got a message from Cruz to say he's not happy and he felt like he was trying to send out some sort of message. The crux of it was he wasn't good enough, so I took him off. It's as simple as that. I don't know why some sort of messages have come across, and I've had a few players kind of come across like that in the team recently, so definitely some sort of discipline problem between the players, but we'll definitely sort that out in the next season. But for now, it's something that we can't really worry about because we have got more things we need to focus on. This is how the table looks after that defeat against Real Oviedo there. As you can see, we have dropped some points, but nothing significant because they was only able to pick up the point in the last game. So luckily, we kind of got away with that one, but we need to do better on our next tie if we want to get ourselves in a better position. Our next game on offer is a simulation fixture against Elche at home. Hoping the boys will bring it home, and that's exactly what they did. Cruz got on the score sheet, so obviously we've put him on the bench and he's come off and he's proved his point, so that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned, not needing them particular messages from certain players, but it looks to be on the rating side, every player seemed to do their job. We did make a fair few changes, but that seemed to be what was needed to get the victory. This is the table now, looking very tight, it has to be said. Only 5 points in it. They're on 76 points, Cadiz, and we're on 81, so we just need to do our part, and our part will be a massive thing because we have actually got to face Cadiz in our next fixture away from home. Looking forward to this one, but I'm not realistically confident, that is for sure. Cadiz have had a brilliant season so far, and they beat us in the first fixture when we played them at home, so it's all to play for. Nevertheless, it's going to be a difficult tie. It's going to be a tough battle back and forth, but I'm ready for it, and hopefully the boys are at the same time because we need to be able to get 3 points here. At least a draw would do us enough, but if we are to win on this particular fixture, we will become victorious in the championship there. This is the lineup there. As you can see, Malagon in goal, Rodriguez, Leon, Vasquez and Melo as your back four. Cruz on the right hand side, Herrera on the left, Ruiz, Diarra and Pereira as an attacking mid, and then Senhaji up front there. Looking forward to this one, as I mentioned, and Cruz get themselves kicked off. It's going to be the case of a battle back and forth, I'd like to think anyway, as Cadiz look to get themselves forward straight away. I already feel like the game's going to have some sort of fast pace to it, and it's going to be really the case of you needing to take your chances in the moment there. As Ramos picks it up for Cadiz, it's a great start straight away. Fernandez there, Malagon brought into action in that moment in time as Diarra clears his lines, looking to find Cruz on the right hand side, and Cruz runs onto the ball, and he's made a great run past the defenders there, getting past Matos. He's done so well to be able to blaze past him. He's got many options in support at the same time. Cruz into the box. It's Senhaji. He turns his man. He finds Ruiz. And that's a simple save from the keeper there. But a great start. 5 minutes into the tie. Both chances of coming to either side there as they get it off from the goal kick. And they're looking to go straight up the other end and create an opportunity as Ramos runs into the gap. A really good start from Cadiz so far as Ramos looking nice and fast in the attack. He's got many options in the box at the same time. He could find a man, but he doesn't. It goes back and then goes forward. It's Ramos now. He's depossessed from Vasquez. It falls back out to Escalante there on the edge of the area, pumps it into the area once again. Real good stuff from Cadiz, looking cool, calm and collective, and they're really wanting to put onto a show again today, as you can see, but we do eventually get it clear with ourselves looking to go on the attack. Dylan Pereira finding Senhaji, Herrera in support at the same time as he blasts himself down the bow line to see if he can do anything. He runs into the area, he's got a great opportunity, and that is a top save from the keeper there. Really, really good stuff there from this first 15 minutes or so. Hopefully it will settle down a little bit more because I feel like it's too fast paced as Herrera picks it out on the left hand side. He does a lovely little fake shot getting past the defender with an opportunity to get the ball into the area. It's Senhaji and he's put it into the back of the net. Cadiz 0, Tenerife 1. No, it's not. Offside. Senhaji must have been offside in that moment in time. Looking back on it, Herrera's put a ball into the area. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That is offside. That's pretty much like half his body offside. So that is a good call from the linesman. And we are still in search of our first goals. Cruz made a lovely interception there, finding Rodriguez. But Rodriguez can't get the ball out as Fernandez picks it up for Cadiz, finding his teammate Ramos. Ramos doing really well in the attack to see what he can do in this moment in time. As he looks to skip past the defender, advantage being played. Rodriguez dispossessed him, but the referee has called back for a free kick there. Great chance from short range to be able to see what they can do in this moment. Going to have to try and to get this one off the line as we look to be able to set up our wall there. That man on the line at the same time there. Mano's on the line and he just heads it onto the post and out. Very, very good opportunity for Cadiz to get themselves in front, but not to be on that particular occasion as they play it short from the corner. They play it onto the outside of the area. This is a great chance for Cadiz, doing really well so far, trying to get a ball off here. As you can see, De La Rosa looks to do anything but Leon with a good interception in the end as he finds Rodriguez down the byline, straight to Cruz on the right hand side as we look to be able to stride forward and go on the counter-attack here as Pereira looks to find Senhaji but is unsuccessful in his attempt. And now Cadiz going straight on the attack. Ramos with an opportunity, as you can see, but advantage being played, and that will be another free kick to Cadiz there. They're racking up the free kicks in this half so far as they take their time, and as you can see, it's from a pretty fair range, but he fancies chances. Alcaraz steps over the free kick, he takes it, and it's off the post there. It falls back out to Cruz as we clear our lines, and we've got very, very lucky with that one as Dylan Pereira looks to find Herrera, but he's dispossessed there as Glauder picks it up. Cadiz looking the favourites at the moment as they're dominating possession and chances as Alcaraz picks it up. He finds Fernandez, and Fernandez has been taken out from Leon, and the referee does not like any of that whatsoever, and he has issued Leon a red card. We're down to 10 men, and we've conceded a free kick from very, very close range. I'm struggling to see why that's a red card because he wasn't even the last man. I really do, but we're going to have to make some substitutions, unfortunately. Andreas Quenza comes onto the pitch for Dylan Pereira as we kid ourselves back to a back four, but unfortunately we are out of the attacking midfielder from Pereira as Alcaraz steps over the free kick. Then he's got a great chance. He looks to be, he takes the shot, and he gets the goal. It's Cadiz 1, Tenerife 0, and unfortunately I can only see us going downhill from this particular way onwards because we're down to 10 men, we've conceded a goal, and we can only get ourselves on the back foot. Bearing in mind we've still got a lot of work to do to get ourselves in a better position, that is for sure. Looking back on the free kick, it's from such close range and the wall was not set out how it should be realistically. It's well far off, and there was no way anybody was stopping that particular free kick from such a close range, especially when he's put it straight into the top corner. So very unfortunate, it has to be said, but we need to pick up our ideas and go again, but it's very hard to do so as you can see Cadiz now having a loss of the ball in the second half. Ramos is found in. This could be the final nail in the coffin, you could only think, and that is a top challenge from Melo. How he's managed to get to that one, I'm not too sure, but he's denied him on that particular opportunity, and Diarra looks to find Senhaji over the top to Cruz there as he nods it down, but the pass is poor. Senhaji gets back onto it as he looks to skip past a few defenders and find his teammate Ruiz. He finds him initially, but he loses out straight away as De La Rosa picks it out on the left, finding Fernandez in the middle. Many in support at the same time as Fernandez skips past the defender, finding Ramos. He looks to twist and turn past the defender as Ramos picks it up. He's got so much time with himself to be able to get a shot off here. He puts it into the middle. It's Fernandez, and Fernandez has made it Cadiz 2, Tenerife 0. We're down to 10 men with 2 goals down, and things are just looking very, very bleak for us, and we haven't had a very good time at the moment. We lost against Real Oviedo. It looks to be that we're going to be losing Cadiz as well. So I don't know why. I don't know if it's the pressure or anything, but the players are just not performing up to any sort of scratch. I can only say though that the red card has not helped us whatsoever. So for damage limitations and to not concede too much, we are going to a 5 at the back. It's very drastic to do so, but at the same time it might work in our favour. I'm not realistically too sure at this moment in time. Just for anything to happen. So we're going to put on Mikic there. He's going to come onto the pitch for Cruz, and then we're going to put Mikic into the back four and pretty much play with a midfield ahead of us there with 2 attackers and with a 5 at the back system, so we just don't concede too many goals. Back to the kickoff now as Senhaji looks to find Marcel Ruiz for the first pass as he puts it to Cesar Herrera on the left. He plays a straight ball to Senhaji. He takes the first shot, and if there was not a man in front of him, you could only think he would trouble the goalkeeper on that particular occasion, but that was the case unfortunately, and that is the end of that particular attack there. Substitutions have been made also with Adrian Liso coming onto the pitch for Cesar Herrera as we look to be able to change that, and also Angel for Senhaji. 20 minutes left in the tie. Can we do anything? Adrian Liso link it up with Angel as he plays it over the top to Liso as he looks to attack the ball. He's cleared for the momentarily, but Angel wins the header, nodding it back to Diarra. We're still in possession. Ruiz now driving forward. He takes the shot. It's blocked. Falls back to Ruiz. Now Adrian Liso, and it's kind of fumbling everywhere, but it's now a decent effort that hits the post. A very very good effort, a valiant effort nevertheless, but he's denied from the post. Liso on the ball once again. Can he create a second opportunity here? But unfortunately he's depossessed. And that is that. The whistle has been blown and we're not going to be lifting any trophy anytime soon, unfortunately. And Cadiz are really climbing upon us now, and it's going to be very, very tough to be able to tell what is going to happen in this moment in time. 2 games played, 2 defeats. It's not looking good for us whatsoever. I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed promotion, but at the same time I'd hate to be able to fall off to the playoffs because of a few bad games. But Cadiz fully deserved it regardless of the red card, and they got all 3 points, and they've definitely put the pressure on because we're now 2 points behind. We've got 6 points left in the gap between ourselves and Real Sporting, so hopefully in the next game we should be able to solidify promotion, and then it's a case of battling it out for the title. Another simulation game after that defeat against Cadiz as we face Borges there. As you can see, a decent victory, and the ratings show it for itself at the same time. A 3-1 win, really, really happy with that. Obviously, coming off the back of that particular defeat, we needed a little bit of a bounce back. Angel with 2, Cesar Herrera with 1, and we was able to claim all 3 points against Borges. So before we go into our final game of the season there, as you can see, we're 2 points ahead, so a draw or a win should be enough, but it depends if Cadiz win and get X amount of goal difference. So realistically, a win is an aim, and we're going to give it our all against Granada. So here we are, the moment has come, and it's our last game of the season. It's been a very, very big season for us, and a very good one at that, but it could all boil down to this particular fixture. We are guaranteed promotion, but will we win the title? That is to be said. Is that going to be the case? I'm just not too sure. But Granada are a good outfit, and we're going to be facing former player Waldo, who we sold in January to Granada for 1.2 million. Really looking forward to this tie being the last game of the season. Malagon in goal, Vasquez and N'Golo back in the side as he's come back from fitness there. Rodriguez on the right hand side, Melo on the left, Liso and Herrera as your wingers, with Diarra, Ruiz and Pereira in the middle, and Sen Hadji as a lone striker. I had a big decision to be able to play N'Golo because there was a few players that weren't fit, and I felt like it was the only best option to make, regardless if he were to be sold next season after handing in a transfer request. 5 minutes into the tie, Cesar Herrera picks it up on the left hand side, charging into the box there as you can see, but he is denied from the defender, and it will be a corner to Tenerife there with an opportunity to do something from the corner. Adrian Liso steps over the corner. Great opportunity to get the ball in. A deep delivery, it has to be said. No one latches onto it, and it does seem to be cleared momentarily. Vasquez gets back on the ball though, as you can see. Melo getting taken out. I'm not too sure who committed that foul, but we're still in play here. It's Liso on the ball on the left hand side. Tries to get the ball in. It's Sen Hadji, and it's off the post there. Great opportunity, but denied from the post. And look who it is. It was Waldo that committed that particular challenge, and it didn't look a pretty one at the same time. I'm really, really annoyed about that, because looking back on it, he has completely taken out Melo, and he's gone 2 studs in, and he's just not got the ball whatsoever, and they've only issued a yellow card. But I've got to push over someone, and I get a red. Standards are in the refereeing are very poor, but we're going to move on from that at 23 minutes in the tie. Waldo does play his teammate in, and that's a solid save from Malagon, it has to be said. Diarra battling with the attacker, but he can't get the ball clear. He looks to pick it up there, but we get it clear in the end, and that was a very good chance for Granada to take the lead in this tie, as Liso picks it out on the right hand side. Sen Hadji over towards Dylan Pereira as we look to go on the counter attack here. As you can see, many in support, Liso being one of them. He turns his man, and that would have been a great chance to get a goal, but unblocked on that particular occasion. And it's been a tame first half, in fairness. We've had a few chances in front of goal, but just nothing realistically creativity wise why you would actually stand out and say that we're worthy winners, because at this moment in time we've been pretty poor, and I'm not too sure why. It's been a very strange end to the season, it has to be said. After coming into this, we've been really, really good, but near to the end it's been very poor. Decent save there from Malagon, putting it out for a corner kick as we come under pressure near to the end of the first half, and they've got one last chance here from the corner there. As you can see, they look to play it short, but they actually whip the ball in there. That was a great opportunity, but not to be converted on that particular occasion. And into the second half we now go. 47 minutes on the clock, and we're straight into the second half as Never picks it up, finding Insinua there at the back, as you can see, playing it around. Hongola now picks it up as he looks for his options, and there's many there in fairness. Uzini being one of them, and he's a top goal scorer in the league so far as he picks out Villar. Villar to Boy, and oh my lord, it's Granada 1, Tenerife 0, and as things stands, we won't be picking up any titles whatsoever because Granada have taken the lead. I wouldn't say that's deserved by any means whatsoever, but I guess it's just punishing us for not being clinical enough, and they've taken their chance. Really frustrating to see at the same time, and it's a good goal, but at the same time we should be beating Granada, and we had a good fixture against them at home previously, and unfortunately we're just not able to replicate that here in the away fixture, as Liso will come off the pitch there for Cruz. He's been very poor in this particular fixture, and Angel will come onto the pitch for Senhaji. Just trying to change it up and see what will work in this moment in time, with Dylan Pereira going off also for Rob Cameron, with Ruiz now pushing up to an attacking midfielder's position there as we get things kicked off on the kickoff there, as you can see, trying to do something straight away as Ruiz looks to play a ball down to Cruz. He heads it onto Angel. Great stuff. Angel shimmying past the defenders. It's Angel now. And that would have been the perfect response, but not to be on that occasion. And the keeper looks to collect the ball nice and comfortably. 67 minutes on the clock. And as soon as the clock keeps ticking, you can only wonder and fear that we might not even have a chance of drawing this tie. Granada passing it around the back quite nicely. And ever since their first goal, they've looked pretty complacent, because now they've given away the ball. Angel picks it up. He looks to be in here. It's Angel 1-on-1. And he has got the goal. Has he given his side a lifeline? Granada 1, Tenerife 1, and Angel has got the South a goal to give 20 minutes in game to potentially be crowned champions. It's a very good interception from Angel originally to be able to charge onto the attack and get the goal. Really nicely hit on his right foot, putting it into the bottom corner, and that was a great opportunity taken there in that moment in time, but just unfortunately it just feels a little bit too little too late. But we might have one last chance. Angel picking up. He looks to find Cruz on the right hand side, and he is found. Cruz now striding forward. He doesn't want to lose the play, but at the same time he wants to go forward. He cuts in on the left. He finds Angel. No one in support though, but he does find Diarra. He fancies his chances, and that is a top save from the keeper, I have to say, but it does go out for a corner, and we've got one last chance from the corner there as Cruz steps over the corner. Could it be? Could we lift the title? Whipped in. It's Rob Cameron. No one can meet the header, and it can only be that the full-time whistle is going to be blown, and that's exactly it. Full-time whistle has been blown. Granada 1, Tenerife 1. Really disappointed because we won't win a league title now this season, because it was confirmed that Cadiz did win their last game, and unfortunately they will be title holders now. It's a shame, because looking at the season and the positions that we've been in throughout the season, we should have realistically had that title sewn up and done. But at the same time, it's just been really frustrating, because obviously we've lost a few games, and now that's the result of where we are at. So unfortunately, we just couldn't get the victory on the day, and we couldn't lift the title. But at least we are promoted up until the big leagues. As I mentioned, it's a shame, but we've still been able to achieve our objective of getting promoted. It could have been worse. It could have been Cordobas finishing rock bottom on 30 points there, as you can see, Aldanese. Malaga in 20th. Really, really strange to see. Levante did manage to get some of their season up in the end there in 7th place, but I do believe they was just short of the playoffs by 1 point. So in the playoffs-wise, it's Real Zaragoza, Real Oviedo, Real Sporting and Elche that do get in the playoffs. Tenerife finishing second, and Cadiz finishing on top, only by 2 goals, which is mad to say. But we played 42 games, we won 24, we drew 13, and we lost 5. Unfortunately, the draws was just the worst bit for ourselves, because we lost much less than Cadiz. But at the same time, I feel like we had a very, very good season overall for being able to take over and get ourselves promotion. These are the top goal scorers. Mario Soberon for Real Zaragoza managed to get the top goal scorer. And there you can see Angel in 6th place, 18 goals in 29 games, an absolute stellar season from Angel, the pre-veteran, a player for the history books, it has to be said. An amazing season from himself, and he carried us in many, many fixtures. That is for sure. Moving down the pecking order there, as you can see, not many familiar faces, but one is Cesar Herrera. He finished in 20th this season with 11 goals in 30 matches, which isn't too bad for a player that obviously was on the wing and was playing behind the strikers more than anything. So interesting to see. And he was able to be joint second in the assist, which is very strange to say. He got it in less appearances, but he finished second. So I guess he's just joint first. I don't really understand that one. But really nice to see ourselves at the top of the leaderboards in that particular category. Moving down further forward there, as you can see. And one person that really stood out for me is Judson Bell, because I kept seeing on the team of the week. So I'm going to have a look at the particular player and see. We also had a former player, Emerick Gallego, there right at the bottom. And Malagon wasn't able to get Golden Glove, but he did finish third with 11 clean sheets in 36 games. Overall, in between the team and so on, I felt like it was pretty good, in fairness. The goals as well, especially, I mean, pretty good. I mean, Angel, 19 goals in 31 games, not too bad whatsoever. I'd have preferred if more were to be able to contribute to the goals over time, with Sen Hadji, Hereta, and Angel being the most of the top goal scorers in the side. But unfortunately, that's just how it kind of planned out this season. I felt like it was very hard to come by sometimes in terms of being able to score, especially in this particular episode. Cesar Hereta being top of the assist as well at the same time, so he got the top assist. In the league as well for his side. And then going further forward, just looking at the team, just kind of assessing it and realistically being plans for next season. We brought in a lot of youth this season, and I'm really liking how we did that. We brought in a lot of players that have developed over the time. We've got young players, older players, like Rob Cameron, for example, Quenza, Vasquez, players that have developed really good in overall. Keanu Dyer, Aaron Martin, Dylan Pereira, Ruiz. There's so many players that have developed over time, but I feel like there's key aspects of where we need to sign next season. I do believe we need another winger, because I'm still not too sure on Lisa. I have to make a decision at the end of the season, and as well we need another centre back. So I'll assess the options. I'll see who wants to stay, who wants to go. I'll transfer budget and things like that, but that is for the end of the episode at the end of the day. But overall, we played 45 games in the whole entirety. We won 26, drew 13, lost 6. Not bad whatsoever. I mean, it was a really, really good season in that sense. Couldn't really fault us in that regard. As much as we did have many hiccups upon the road, it seemed to be that we did a mass majority of the drop at the start of the season, so he wasn't able to drop down when we did have our plummets in time. But at the end of the day, we are promoted, we are going to be going to La Liga, and we are going to be in the big league, so I'm really looking forward to that. But until then, that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.